Hey everybody, here's what's coming up tonight on Now. Earthquakes in Alaska making things very complicated for folks who live there.
We'll also check in with a Maine black bear who's making some history in Division I athletics.
And a story out of Yarmouth, a kid who's always supporting other people. It's his time to be supported.
This is News Center Now. Back earthquakes measuring 7.0 and 5.8 rocked buildings, shattered roads this morning in Anchorage, Alaska. Good evening, everybody. I'm Lee Goldberg.
I'm Cameron O'Brien. Those quakes sent people running into the streets. It triggered a tsunami warning to residents in Kodiak. That warning was lifted a short time later. There were no immediate reports of any deaths or serious injuries. Here's a video of the area courtesy of Snap Maps, and we're going to have much more on this story during tonight's Brain Drops.
Today, President Trump joined the leaders of Mexico and Canada to sign a revised North American trade deal. Mr. Trump gathered with his Canadian and Mexican counterparts on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Buenos Aires. The revamped deal, called the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement, or USMCA, will replace the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. Lawmakers in each country must now ratify this agreement.
Marriott says a breach of its database could impact as many as 500 million guests of its Starwood hotels. Marriott says the unauthorized access dates back to 2014. The company says credit card numbers and expiration dates may have been stolen. For more information on this story, including how to get help, check out our website and mobile app.
Well, a Maine man is continuing his quest to revive an iconic resort with some history that dates back to the late 1800s. Les Otten, who was the CEO of the American Skiing Company and once owned Sunday River, is the man and the money behind the vision to restore the Balsams. The once world-class resort has been shuttered since 2011. It's a huge project with hundreds of millions of dollars needed to make the dream a reality. Otten helped put together the current ownership group of the Boston Red Sox, and when he was a vice chairman and minority partner of the Sox, was tasked with saving, restoring, and Fenway Park instead of building a new one. That plan worked. He's hoping this one will as well.
The Balsams is very much the same thing. It has an iconic history. It means a great deal to a lot of people, and the ability to build something back from greatness to greatness again is just an extraordinary opportunity I can't resist.
Coming up on Monday, right here on Now, we'll have an in-depth look at what it'll take besides money to get the Balsams back to what it once was, if not better. So that's Monday at 5, right here on Now.
Beautiful on my way to the Balsams today. I was literally pulling over every few miles to take pictures of stuff.
I was looking at the video just like...
It was like a winter wonderland. Way more snow than we have in certain parts of the state. And hopefully Mr. Breton's going to tell us there's no more snow coming to any parts of the state.
Another Sunday storm, guys. Hate to say it. But hey, it's really good news for the skiers.
I mean,
that's for sure. It's been great. I was up there on Wednesday and some of the best skiing conditions I've ever skied on. And it's only the beginning of the season, right? Tonight we're actually missing out on a little bit of snow just to our south, some flurries down in New Hampshire and some even as far south as Connecticut. Before us, we just have some thickening clouds out there this evening. Temperatures are mainly in the 30s right now. We're at 30 in Bar Harbor, 33 in Bangor, 38 degrees in Portland. Tonight, temperatures will be dropping down into the 20s with just a few of these clouds coming by. But we have another nice day coming up tomorrow with bright sunshine and temperatures in most areas that may make a run at 40 near the coastline, staying in the 30s farther north. So we'll start out the morning with temperatures in the 20s. It's a clear, but it's a chilly start. Through the middle of the day with a light wind, we're approaching 40, and then we stay in the 30s tomorrow afternoon with a partly sunny sky. In a few minutes, we'll look ahead to the storm system that comes in on Sunday. Looks like it'll bring rain to the coast, but a mix with snow, sleet, and freezing rain inland. We'll talk about the timeline coming up.
Thanks, Ryan. This season, the Maine men's basketball team has a coach on the sidelines who's breaking barriers in the sport.
Yeah, assistant coach Anisha Curry is the only woman who currently holds a full-time coaching position in NCAA Division I men's basketball. News Center's Hannah Deneen has more on how she's been fitting right into her new role.
this is a meritocracy. You know, we're judging people on their merits, and she certainly has them.
Coach Richard Barron needed a first-rate assistant coach to help lead his basketball team to success. He's found that in Adnisha Curry.
Very smart in terms of the basketball IQ, breaking down the game, you know, film, and being able to show players tendencies and weaknesses. She's great at scouting opponents.
Curry has an extensive background in the sport. She played D1 ball, went pro, and then coached in Asia before joining the Maine staff. She has never let her gender put a limit on how far the sport will take her.
I don't know what my peak is, you know. I never put a glass ceiling on how far I can go.
Her players have a high respect for her wealth of experience.
All the players are really ecstatic that she's on the bench, someone of her caliber.
To them, the fact that she's a woman is a non-issue.
A lot of people get caught up on the whole gender thing, but like I said previously, basketball is basketball. You know, if you can play, you can play.
The only person who truly recognizes the significance of a woman holding her position may be Curry herself.
I mean, it's an honor, and it's something I don't take for granted. You know, that's why I'm always here to answer questions, do interviews.
This year, Curry hopes to lead the Black Bears to success. As for what her future in basketball holds, well,
wherever it takes me, I can go. You know, I work hard, you know, for this program and this team, and who knows?
How cool.
Right?
Coach Curry says she's received heartfelt letters from all over the world from coaches, both men and women, and young girls who are following her journey and are inspired by her story.
She knows her stuff. There's no doubt about that. So
That's
it's great to see her doing that, and love the fact that nobody really cares if she's a man, woman,
exactly.
or whatever.
If you can play, you can play.
Can do it,
I
you
love
can do
that.
it. So
Yeah.
there you go. All right, we can do this. We've been talking about it all week long. It's our 36th annual Coats and Toys for Kids drive. It's underway now. New Center Maine certainly wants to make sure that all kids have a warm coat and some gifts for the holidays.
That's right. We're partnering with the Salvation Army and Pratt Abbott Cleaners to collect new and gently used winter coats throughout December, as well as new unwrapped toys. You can drop them off at any participating Shaw's and Hannaford locations throughout the state right now.
And tomorrow we are hosting a day-long coat drive. We'll also be collecting some new unwrapped toys as well. So visit us at any of these locations from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. All the locations are also listed on our website and our mobile app. You'll see some friendly News Center faces that'll be there ready to take your donation. It is That's So Maine time. A couple of great posts that came our way. First one is a squirrel video from Kelly Kavanaugh Desjardins in Harmony. Those pesky squirrels always trying to get their little paws on bird seed. This one tried a bunch of times. Eventually would get on. If you head over to our website, you'll see why his stay, though, was short-lived.
In their Berry County Christmas, Susan Niles sent this potato barrel, a potato barrel tree from friendly Fort Fairfield. Each barrel has initials on them. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
That is so Maine. Yes, it is.
All right, y'all, winter is here, and that means it's time to kick that thermostat up, not too high that your bills soar, and not too low that your pipes freeze. So what's the perfect temperature? We'll verify.
And a special story out of Yarmouth. You're going to want to see this one. It's the ultimate super fan getting the experience of a lifetime. Right. What's up, Facebookers? Sheila, say hello to Cam.
Hey, what's up?
Sandra's in Missouri. Nice. Jesse, we love the That's So Maine. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, Deborah, I'm not even kidding you. When I was driving into the Balsams today, I literally pulled over and said, I feel like I'm going into The Shining. Did you see the movie The Shining?
Partially, yeah.
Okay, so it looks just like that, like it without the scary parts.
I was going to say, that's probably why I didn't watch it.
Beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, but it's just a winter wonderland. Everything is white and frozen. It's like going to Arundel in the movie Frozen. Like everything was just white. So
how long did it take you to get there from Portland?
It's about 2.5 hours from Portland. So yeah. If you guys have not met Cameron O'Brien,
hey guys, what's up?
Who's the lovely lady to my left? A lot of L's. So that is Cameron O'Brien. So
what's up?
You've seen her all week this week on our show, but probably not sitting in this chair.
Right.
So Lindsay's on vacation this week and next week. So Sam York's been sitting here, is sitting here, and Cam's going to be seen much more regularly on the Now Show as a contributing member of our team. So we're psyched about that.
I'm psyched. It's been a great week. It's been so much fun.
Don't leave me. So it's good to have you on the team.
Thank you.
I mean, she's been on the News Center Maine
for a while,
just
yeah.
So you know.
Since August.
She's just new to the show.
Right.
We stole her, basically, is what happened. So we were like, we're going to draft Cam. Like Red Rover, we're calling Cam over. So the 5 o'clock show stole her. That's basically what happened. Truth be told. Truth be told. We wanted Obi-Wan on the team.
Me and my little
Did you like how I put Obi-Wan there?
I loved it. I loved it.
All right, this one's all you.
Okay.
Do you want it all, or do you want to split it?
It doesn't matter. It looks longer on yours. Is it the same?
Because you have a different.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Now, so, all right, it's all yours.
All right, guys, what's more cost effective? Turning that heat completely off before you go to work, or leaving it on and keeping it steady? We asked our Verify team. They have the answer.
Social media sites are super highways of misinformation. Our Verify segment clears up all the clutter to let you know what's real. So if you were asked us to verify whether turning your heat on and off is more cost effective than just leaving it running steady all day long. So our researchers asked AC and heating experts, and they all agree you should not turn your system off completely because it'll have to work extra hard to reheat or recool the house and end up costing you more.
Everything in the house cools off, your furniture, your floors, your walls. Then when you come back home, it has to heat all that back up in order to maintain a comfortable temperature.
All right, but that doesn't mean you can't bump the temperature down a couple of degrees when you leave the house. The U.S. Department of Energy and Pepco both agree. Setting your house 7 to 10 degrees cooler for an 8-hour period, that'll slash your heating bill by 10%. And Spartan Air Conditioning says you can even drop it down to 55 degrees. So we verified turning your heat on and off is not cost effective in the winter, but turning it down a couple notches can save you big bucks.
All right, so I learned something while that story was running right there. You turned your heat on when?
September, and I'm not even ashamed. Like, I'm not mad. Like, it's cold up here in Maine.
You came from Baltimore.
I did. I came from Baltimore.
It's not like it's tropical in Baltimore.
Definitely
like you guys
not
have
tropical.
Winter there.
We do, but I just felt like I really needed it.
Everybody knows. My house, Halloween. That's it. I don't care.
I
7 blankets, a turtleneck, a hat, and a scarf. I don't care what you have to wear, but we're not putting the heat on to Halloween.
Respect.
All right.
Vanity for a good cause. The Augusta Police Department is asking the public to weigh in on the scruffy matter of who had the best beard. This morning, officers from the Augusta Police Department who had been growing out their facial hair to raise money for charity during No Shave November headed to a local barber for a nice clean shave. 14 officers are vying for top beard bragging rights around their precinct. The officer that gets the most likes on Facebook will earn the title of Best Beard and be recognized at the police department's annual holiday party. What an honor.
I mean, they're all so basic. Those guys were all such baby face. They probably had to start growing those beards like last February or something just to get something going on there.
I love it. Raising money for charity, though.
So you saw the Snap Maps theme, which we love. The animals are taking over our Snap Maps in our state today. And this great Black Hawk in Portland has a fan club. We showed you this yesterday on the news, and everybody wanted to come out and see. It's still here today. So everybody coming to check out the Black Hawk in our state.
Oh my gosh, look at this dog getting a belly rub. Oh, he just looks so happy, so calm.
But look at how stressed he is.
Right. Like, look at that face.
Not a single care in the world. And then, you know, you've heard of Cat in the Hat. What about Cat in a Box?
That's right.
There you go.
I love it. My cats do this all the time. They have beds, they have everything.
Little product placement for Sprite there. That's good. Yellow.
That's right.
Free commercial for them.
They need a sponsorship.
Yeah, the cat's loving the Sprite. So there you go.
Awesome. One teen in Yarmouth is a social media maven. He documents every game and cheers on his team. But now that teen is the one being cheered for. We're going to bring you his story next.
Such a great story. And Ryan's coming in to give us a full look at the forecast when we come back. And do not forget that message.
That's right.
Good job, Rhino.
Chris Costa,
Thank you,
best
Jesse.
beard. Chris says best beard is Lee.
Ah.
There you go. Represent Chris.
You guys are going to the chairs over here.
Coco, what are you doing awake?
Yeah, you had an early call this morning, Coco.
Did you guys see Chris Costa on the morning show? Killing it.
Killed it.
Kid's got some versatility. He's a utility player. You plug him in anywhere. He's a plug and play.
Where are we going? Sorry, sir. I totally. Oh, okay. Which one am I in? Okay.
Uh-oh, now we got Mr. Costa weighing in now. It's a Costa family affair.
I put the shot for a cop in Friday project that came in, says you would put a vote on together for the 11th.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Plenty there. Should be plenty there for us.
Steve Sherburne, everybody. Chief
That's right.
Photographer.
The one and only.
UMaine Presque Isle Hall of
Man of
Famer.
the hour.
Right out of Penquist High School.
My number hasn't been retired yet.
They haven't retired your number at Humpy? Oh, that is an oversight. We're going to have to fix that. That's true. That is true. There's still hope for you. Yeah, we gotta get Sherby's number retired. Yeah, Coco, this whole facial hair thing is your fault. I don't even like it. I don't want it. But you talked me into it, and now my wife likes it, and now I can't even shave it.
Now you can't get rid of it.
I'd rather shave it. I don't like it at all. It makes me look older than I am, and I'm already old enough. But Chris has like a trimmed beard.
That's
and
right.
Keith has a trimmed beard. So now I have.
We got a lot of beards in the office.
I don't like it. We used to have a no facial hair policy
Really?
at our station.
Wow.
We legit
How times
couldn't
have
have it.
changed.
Bill Green and Don Kerrigan were allowed because they were grandfathered.
Right.
No one else was allowed to have facial hair.
Huh.
For a while, that was a thing. Clearly not anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, times have changed.
Clearly not anymore. But yeah, that was a thing.
30.
Costa, I'm going to post video of you when our show now started with your little baby face, clean shaven.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that.
Oh. Like a whole different person.
I'm excited for his story. I can't wait to see it.
At just about any Yarmouth high school sporting event, you will see freshman Jared Conant because he's always there. He's what everybody calls a super fan. He will pretty much do what anybody wants at any time. But now there's some people going out of their way making sure that he's getting recognized for some of the things that he does as well, right?
Yeah, Jared had 2 special moments of his own this past fall, not only thanks to his teammates, but the opposing teammates as well. Chris Costa has the story.
You can see all the pictures he posts.
Almost every teenager uses Instagram. In Yarmouth, Jared Conant is a social media superstar.
Everyone knows Jared. Everyone knows who Jared is.
He's very important and everyone loves him.
And earning a spotlight on Jared's feed is a badge of honor.
And that's kind of how everyone feels. They're like, I want to score so I can be on Jared's Instagram. It's always exciting.
Callie Decker remembers the night she scored the game-winning goal against Greeley and the picture that followed.
As you can see, I was pretty psyched about it.
Jared posts pictures from every game highlighting his classmates' play on the field, something he hasn't been able to do since he was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy in 2nd grade.
It was getting harder to walk and I just couldn't run and keep up with everyone. It was hard watching my friends because they could do a lot of things more than I could.
His father, Barry,
push the ball, get wider, Owen.
One of the school's varsity basketball coaches, remembers the night this fall when Jared's limitations stayed on the sidelines. A soccer game against Lake Region when Jared clocked his first varsity minutes.
Out of the way, Jared! Because the whole point of this was to get him onto the field one time with his friends. He was a little apprehensive because his goal was to have his disease cured and then be able to, during his high school years, just to get back onto the field. But he kind of came to the realization after talking to Coach Wing this year that that probably wasn't going to happen to him.
Jared was supposed to kick off the second half of the game and maybe throw the ball in from out of bounds. What he didn't expect was this.
First thought in my head was, let's let him score.
Giovanni Lopez, who plays for Lake Region, knows how it feels to put the ball in the back of the net.
Surge of like energy and confidence like in yourself, like you just get pumped up. A kid that has never had the chance to do that and can get the chance to do that, I was just like, yeah, let's let him score like that. He's gonna remember this for the rest of his life.
Now, before you think not much could top Jared scoring his first varsity goal, how about his first varsity touchdown?
I just couldn't believe it. I had never thought I would do that.
And a lot of times I think about how I would act if I was in a wheelchair and had a disease like him, and I think it's really easy to be down on yourself, and it's easy to feel frustrated about the situation that you're in, and I think it's huge that he just doesn't, or if he does, he doesn't show it to other people. He's always happy, he's always excited for other people and what they accomplish, and that's really, really special.
In Yarmouth, Chris Costa, News Center, Maine.
I was talking to Coco about this story, and my favorite part of it was that you've seen these stories before in other parts of the country and even in our state, and the coaches will sometimes think of it. The kids thought of this, and a kid on the other team thought to take it, no, let's not just do this. Let's take it a step further. Let's let him score a goal. I mean, that's the ultimate selfless, and that's what, you know, really just warms your heart.
One of my favorite part of athletics is sportsmanship.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, that's what makes the game what it is. Sure. And to see that is just really
especially
awesome.
At the high school level, where there's so much
Good
competition
for
sometimes.
So actually, next we're going to have Jared come do the weather.
That's right.
For Ryan.
The clicker is ready. Anytime you want.
Let's
come
go,
on
Jared.
by.
Bring it on.
Absolutely. We've got some more, decent weather tomorrow, but another system coming in on Sunday. So it's another split weekend. But check this out. Lee was talking about the mountains just being insanely snowy, and this is Sunday River today. And if we look at the last 7 days of snowfall, they've picked up 33 inches of snow at Sugarloaf, 24 inches at Sunday River, and about 17 at Wildcat. Really mid-winter conditions out on the slopes. Tomorrow, definitely the better of the 2 days. Temperatures in the 30s with a light wind. Sunday morning, there will be some snow that will be transitioning to an icy mix, and then maybe a little bit of light rain, but doesn't look like a driving heavy rain in the mountains on Sunday, which is some good news. It will be a heavier rain, though, closer to the coastline. Right now, it's 30 in Bar Harbor, 31 Rockland. We're at 38 degrees in Portland, and we've had sunshine out there through most of the day today. Just missing out on a little bit of light snow to our south. New Hampshire down into western Massachusetts and Connecticut, some light snow showers coming through, but those will miss us to the south. This is the system that's going to come in on Sunday. It'll race across the country tomorrow and then move in here early Sunday morning. So tonight, no issues. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 20s. A couple of clouds skirting through, so we'll call it partly sunny tomorrow. At times there will be more sun than clouds, especially during the middle of the day here, with temperatures approaching 40 along the coastline. Late in the day, the clouds start to roll in, but I think any precipitation holds off until after midnight tomorrow night. So you get all of tomorrow night with no problems. It's by about 4 a.m. on Sunday that some light precipitation will be spreading into southwest Maine. And look at the temperatures. Most areas will be below freezing. So when this starts, it may be a little bit of freezing rain in York County, likely some snow around Sebago Lake into Bridgeton and Freiburg, maybe a quick burst of snow coming in Sunday morning around 6 a.m. It'll still be dry in northern and eastern Maine at that point, but as we go through the morning, this overspreads the rest of the state, and this may unfold a lot like last Sunday morning, where there are some icy spots inland, a little closer to the coastline, just rain, but you go just a little bit farther inland, the cold may hang on for a little while. Should be snow for a few hours Sunday morning, though, along and north of Route 2, and that's where we'll get some accumulation while it just turns into a heavy rain at times through the middle of the day Sunday along the coastline. All of this starts to come to an end Sunday evening, but will keep snowing in Aroostook County into Sunday night. So mainly rain along the coastline, but watch out Sunday morning if you're inland. There may be a couple of hours of some freezing rain or sleet 1 to 3 inches of snow, though, expected in the mountains, with 3 to 5 inches of snow expected across Aroostook County. Seas tomorrow, 1 to 3 feet, light northerly wind. And here's a look at your next 7 days. Again, tomorrow's a pretty good day. Sunshine, upper 30s to around 40. Sunday, definitely the indoor day of the weekend. Maybe a little icy first thing in the morning, but then check out what happens on Monday. Might actually hit 50 with some sunshine, and then we turn cold again Tuesday into Wednesday. And it looks like the cold will hang around into at least the end of next week. But looking way, way out, like middle of December, it looks like we may turn things around a little bit and warm things up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Remember, though, warmth in December isn't that warm. So
that's the gift that keeps on giving.
I try.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so most of us already know this, and for Cameron, I'm going to get my little John Harbaugh crybaby towel out for you. Here you go. Tom Brady is the greatest on and off the field. Everybody knows this, right? Even Ravens fans. A Patriots fan out in California posted this: "The only thing I grabbed out of my house on the morning of November 8th as the campfire in Paradise, California consumed the entire town was my Tom Brady number 12 game jersey. Wow. I lost everything. Go Patriots." Well, Tom Brady found out about this and jumped on Instagram and reached out and decided to hook Christian up with a ball to go with that awesome jersey. So even if you don't like him,
that's still really
that's
cool.
A pretty cool gesture from TB12. That's the greatest of all time.
Okay. News Center at 5:30 is coming up next. Amanda Hill has a preview for us. Hey girl, what's up?
Hey guys, a 7.0 earthquake hit Alaska. We are talking with a former Mainer about the devastation and what state officials are asking of residents right now. And it's great news for snowmobile enthusiasts. Snow covering the trails of northern Maine, but bad news for those snowmobile clubs whose season kicks off in 2 weeks. We'll explain. That's all coming up at 5:30. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Amanda. Brain Drops is next.
That's Brain Drops. Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. Here's Cameron O'Brien with the latest. Cam?
I'm a Ravens fan, y'all. I'm from Baltimore. I can't go home and be like, I can't. I won't be able to get in through my house.
The rules aren't fair. They cheated. Whatever. Or you just lost. How about that? Or you just lost.
All right. Beg to differ.
Just saying. I'm throwing it out there.
You know what was pretty interesting? So I worked in Youngstown, Ohio before I came to Portland. That's Steelers territory. So talk about it.
I covered the Steelers for 2.5 years.
In Virginia, in West Virginia?
West Virginia. That was the team I covered.
Yeah.
So I was forced. And this was before the Patriots were any good.
Oh, okay.
Because the Patriots weren't ever good. You know, so everybody thinks they've been good forever. It just depends when you were born.
Right.
They were never good until 2001. I mean, they were good in 95 and in 86, and that's it. Like literally, those were the 2 years that they played in the Super Bowls until 2001. Now it seems like So my whole childhood, they were the worst team out there.
Wow.
So yeah, but I covered the Steelers.
Yeah, that was intense.
That was
intense. Being in Steeler territory.
I'll tell you a true story, and it's okay now because it worked out. The Patriots were playing the Ravens in an AFC Championship game in Foxborough, and we had just had a baby. And my wife did not want me to go to the Super Bowl because she didn't want to be alone since we had just had a baby. Right. So I went out to my car on the morning of the AFC Championship game to drive to Foxborough, and scratched into my windshield of the ice was "Go Ravens" from my wife, hoping that I wouldn't have to go to the Super Bowl. Right. That was the year the Ravens beat the Patriots in Foxborough, and I did not have to go to the Super Bowl. That's a true story. Again, since it's all worked out since, don't be mad at her. Don't be mad at her. It's been all right. But that is a true story. Oops. Do we have anything on camera, or is it just Ryan? Because I just lost the camera.
It's just this.
Okay, so do you need this or not? Okay, I'm just going to put it over here then. As long as I don't need it and you don't need it. That's what I was checking. Oh boy. So you want to take it?
Yeah, I don't have anything really planned. We can just chat about it.
Okay.
I was going to say why it happened. But
yeah.
You can start if you want.
Alrighty, we are dropping some rain, and we're talking about this earthquake. I mean, the images coming out of Alaska are unbelievable.
Right. Couple of things to think about here. It happened at about 8:30 a.m. local time. So just imagine all the people that are out on the roads going to work at that point. Some kids were already at school. So when this earthquake happened, power went out at a lot of those schools. Kids went under their desks, which is what you're supposed to do in an earthquake if you're in a building like that. Also was watching some coverage of one of the local TV stations up there. I think it was the CBS affiliate. And their building was cracked in many, many areas. So pretty crazy.
I remember seeing that. I think the meteorologist actually hid under the desk, but was still talking to viewers, still giving that forecast and updating people on what was going on.
So forgive the ignorance. I don't think earthquake when I think Alaska. So what am I missing here?
Actually, Alaska, believe it or not, gets the most earthquakes per state in the U.S.
Really?
Wow.
But realize Alaska is a big state, so that's part of it geographically. Also, it's on two plates. You have the Pacific plate, which is south of Alaska, and Alaska itself is on the North American plate. So it's right along that fault line. And when you get things to shift around and move, like what happened today, things like this can happen. Just really rare to see it in a metro area like Anchorage.
So they do happen. We just don't know about them as much.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they're usually smaller and they're usually in pretty remote places. Not much of Alaska is populated like Anchorage is. So. Yeah.
Not
crazy
good.
images.
No, it's not good. All right, that's going to do it for us, guys. Hope you enjoy your weekend. But before you do that, make sure you tune in to News Center 530 because it starts right now.
Brandon might need to for first weather, so just be prepared like an earlier first weather.
Okay.
See you Facebook. Have an awesome weekend.
Videos.
Okay.
Just be prepared.